Monday night meetup. Sometimes I call it Monday Night Live. Sometimes I call it Monday Night Meetup. Just whatever. I am so excited that you are here. Because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I literally just okay, wait. Okay, I can't minimize. What? You guys. Okay, I was gonna try to share my screen, but um maybe like I'd do it this way. Okay, so just slid in from baseball and I was literally sitting in the car watching the baseball game from like the back of my car while I was writing notes and thinking about everything. So, just came in and so I put some stuff together on Canva, but I didn't really do a good job of putting it in order. So that's what I wanted to. I love to have visuals. So I don't know if you guys like visuals, if you're like me. But okay, so let's talk about ending March strong and then hopefully, wait, where'd you guys go? Okay, there you are. Hopefully, I will get this Canva thing up and going here. And then we can all hopefully have a good time. Okay, so I don't care what March has looked like for you. I don't care if you haven't posted on social media. I don't care if you haven't messaged anybody. I don't care. It is not too late, okay? If it is one thing that I know from being here for 10 and a half years in Plexus, it is that 8 days left in the month, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yes, 8 days left in the month, including today. You have time to do a lot of things, okay? It is not too late. So let's just get that out of the way. No excuses. So the first thing that I'm going to do to end March strong is I'm going to get rid of the excuses, right? If I have to get up 30 minutes early, it's okay. I'm going to get up 30 minutes early. If I have to sit, watch the kids' ball game and put my ear pods in and work for 30 minutes during the ball game, that's what I'm going to do, right? No excuses because guess what, guys? This is your dream. Whatever your why is, like this is what's on the line. And like the old saying goes, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? We have to get sick and tired of where we're at. We have to get sick and tired of our excuses. We have to get sick and tired of our complacency and for us to change. And so we can do that. I mean, that's the way it is with anything, right? Like if I'm going to lose 10 pounds, I have to get sick and tired of those 10 pounds, right? And do the hard work that it takes to lose the 10 pounds. So it's no different with your business. You cannot wait for your motivation to come. You got to just do it anyway. I literally read this great, if you have boys, actually, if you have kids, there's this great, I'm squirreling. He's an author called Bob Schultz is his name. And he has this book and it's called Created for Work. And it's just like really short chapters. And it's geared for boys, but oh my word, have I been loving this book. We do it like in our Bible time. And it's just been so good. And today was just talking about discouragement and how that we so easily get discouraged and we just quit on ourselves and that's not what we're supposed to be doing, right? So enough with the excuses. All right, so your dreams are on the line. Your why is on the line. So that's why it matters. That's why it matters, okay? The struggles that you have with your finances, the struggle with with the medical bills or whatever, this is why it matters, you guys. So it's not about growing the points for someone else or no, it's about you. It's about your family. It's about your future. All right. So what we're going to do in March is we're going to sit down every day. We're going to set out some time, figure it out. We're going to get rid of the excuses. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to replace our lies that we're telling ourselves with truth. All right. And this is where I'm going to share my screen right here. So I don't know if you guys, saw the call that Christina did the other day, and I got a lot. Y'all, this is like so out of order. So hang on. The calls that Christina did the other day. This is it. Okay. So nope, it's not it. Okay, hang on. I can't see. Okay, that's number 5. That's lie number. Oh, that just zooms. Okay. All right, let me move this over here. Okay. If I knew how to work Canva, that would be better. Oh my gosh, Becky. Does anybody know how to work Canva? Okay. Can you just, you can use that button. That's nice. Okay. I'm sorry for not
I
being.
would totally help you if I could, but
I'm sorry I'm not organized on this. Okay. Lies versus God's truth. Can y'all see this right now? Okay, we're gonna go over this super quick because I promise you somebody's telling yourself these lies. I've set goals before and I didn't hit them. What makes this time any different? The truth is, God says, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Your past does not define your future. God is always making things new. Lie number two, I don't have what it takes. The truth is, if he put this opportunity in front of you, he will equip you for it. 1 Corinthians 1:27. He qualifies the call. And these are Christine. I took these from Christina's the thing that she did, her call that she did. Line number three, I lost momentum and I don't know how to get it back. I have told myself that one. I've told myself every single one of these, y'all. You don't have to do this alone. God provides strength when you feel weak. Line number four, I see other people hitting big goals, but I'm just not like them. You were created with unique gifts. You don't have to be like them to succeed. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. All right, we're going to go read these through these real quick because I think they're important. Lie number five, I've set goals before and didn't hit them. What makes this time any different? Right? Truth. The Lord directs the steps of the godly. He delights in every detail of their lives. Your success is in God's hand. This, y'all, if I could tell us one thing, our job is to be obedient and leave the results up to God. Be obedient, be a good steward day in and day out, do the things and leave the results up to Him. Line number six, I don't want to get my hopes up and be disappointed. Oh, yeah. God is not limited to your past experiences. Dream bigger. He's already ahead of you. Ephesians 3:20. I love that verse. Okay, line number seven, people will judge me for going all in. It's not on here, but let them judge you. Like they're going to judge you anyway. Let them judge you. People's opinions do not define you. God's calling on your life does. If God is for us, He can be against us. Line number eight. I don't have a big enough network. The truth is, the earth is the Lord's and everything in it. God owns it all, including the people you haven't met yet. He will provide the right people at the right time. And then we're going to go into the last page of lies. Number nine, I am not a natural leader. Leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about God. It's about being willing. God will equip you as you go. Lie number 10, I feel behind. It's too late to make this month count, right? What a perfect, like, this is probably somebody's already said this. The truth is, God is in the business of restoration and He can do more in 1 month, 1 week, or 1 day of obedience than you can in years of hesitation, you guys. Lie. I don't trust myself to follow through. God doesn't start things in you, He doesn't intend to finish. Trust Him, not yourself. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. I love that verse. Number 12. Wouldn't it be easier to just sit this one out? All right. The truth is, the harvest is coming, but only for those who stay in the field. Keep going. Let us not grow weary in well doing, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Okay, you guys, that is so, so true. So I want you to replace whatever lie it is that you're telling yourself with the truth. Okay. When those thoughts come in, we're just like, whoop, not thinking that. I am not. I'm taking that thought captive. I'm going to replace this with some truth. Okay. All right, so we're gonna work. We're gonna no excuses. We're gonna replace the lies with truth, and then you guys, we're gonna hold our dream. We're gonna repeat it. We're gonna like think about it. Why? Remember our why. I'm checking off all my things here, and then we're going to be intentional with our time. All right, we're gonna set boundaries. We're not gonna get on Facebook and scroll for 30 minutes while we're supposed to be working. Okay. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to set some clear boundaries, some clear timers, and then we are going to do what? We're going to sit down and work our personal business first. Okay? Work your personal business first because trust me, if you have a team, if you have all these people, the tendency, because it's fun, because it's more exciting, because it's less pressure, because it's more comfortable, you are going to want to scoot to those people, right? That's your natural inclination most likely. But I promise you, work your own business first for the longevity of your business, right? Can you guys hear me okay? Duck. Okay. I want to make sure my internet's not being glitchy because sometimes it can be glitchy. All right. So let's get back to this. Remember this from last week, our healthy recruitment pipeline. All right. So I am sitting down to work in my allotted time. I've got a good mind. I'm doing the things. All right, so I'm going to look at this to finish my month strong. My cold market. I am going to continue to send messages to the cold market people, right? People I don't know, strangers that I've connected with on social media or Instagram. I'm going to continue to post on social, right? I'm going to post on stories. I'm going to post on social. Um, this was an interesting, um, the other day, let's see, I was listening to a call by Amber, and she said, if you want, this is kind of jumping ahead, but if you want people to come in for the business, you've got to talk about the business. And she said, go do an inventory check, like go do a check on your stories and your social media feed. And you need to be talking about the business like 60-40 or maybe even 70-30 to your products. And here's why. Because with products, it's like, oh, I've got this pink drink and I'm drinking, gut health. There are some barriers, but not as many because it's pretty clear cut and it's pretty simple. Like, I get it. I drink this drink and I take these capsules and that helps my gut. Okay. With the business, you have way more barriers in people's minds. I don't have enough time. I don't know enough people. I don't know how to do it. I'm not good on social media. All the excuses, all the things. So you have way more barriers. Okay. So you are going to have to break down those barriers by repeated exposure and talking about the business. All right. So we'll talk about this more in just a second, but I want you're going to continue to reach out to those people on social media, cold contacts. Then you're going to go over here to your warm market, your warm bucket people, and you're going to continue. You're going to follow up with them. Okay, we have a call happening at 9 o'clock. There's going to be a replay of this call at 9 o'clock. There are replays of the other calls that have happened at 9 o'clock on Monday nights. They are income calls. You are going to be sending out messages. You're going to be inviting people to these calls. Watch the replay. You guys, in the Go app, in the Plexus Go app, there is, and I have it on this sheet somewhere, but anyway, there is literal verbiage for you to say to invite to these calls and for you to follow up. Okay? Like, we have no excuses, y'all. Okay? And if you need a picture of it, I mean, it's on here. Let's see. There's one of them. Thursday night. I don't know why this is so big and fat, but whoa. Anyway, there's some sample words to say. This is what it looks like in the Go app. Okay. So we're going to be inviting people. We're going to be sending the replay. We're going to send testimonials. You guys, okay, let me give you a scenario. There was a girl that I had reached out to last week. She was, I knew her. Our kids played ball together. So she was a warm market. Reached out to her. I basically was like, hey, said a couple of things, and then it was like, has anyone taken the time to share Plexus with you? And she was like, no, I know a little bit about it. So and so, somebody had eczema. So we talked about it a little bit. And then like a day, the conversation kind of died. So I was like, okay, I want to follow up in a couple of days. In a couple of days, I went to Happy and Healthy and I found a testimony and I sent a screenshot of it to her. And then the conversation started back up again, right? Told her what the products were. So anyway, she ended up ordering over the weekend, right? So I lost my train of thought. Send testimonials. That was where I was going with that. Send testimonials to people. Get them in happy and healthy. All right. So I want you to look at your warm market list right now. And I want you to say, are all of these people in happy and healthy? Because they should be. Because we're talking about their goals. We're talking about what's wrong. We're talking about their struggles. So if they're not happy and healthy, that's your next step. We're going to get in happy and healthy. We're going to get your goals. Why are you wanting to, and why are you interested in Plexus? Okay. So that's our warm market. All right. And then we're going to go back. Where's that picture at? This is what you're like, guys. This is not rocket science. It's not hard. I'm not giving you earth shattering news you don't already know, but I want you to help channel. Okay. What am I going to be doing? Cold market, warm market, your current customers. Now this is where it gets exciting to me. Okay. Your new VIP customers, you're going to be using the +1 system, you guys. Like this is so good. I'm so excited. And okay, if you haven't had anybody this month, go back last month. If you didn't have anybody in February, go back to go back. and start talking with your customers that are ordering. Use the +1 on every single person. All right, so let's talk about that. The most important thing, all right, so people come in for products or business, right? Like one or the other, usually products, sometimes products and business. Okay, those are the two buckets, product, business. Here's the thing, you guys, your customers here, but we do not decide what bucket they get to go in. They decide. Why do they decide? Because we ask them. We do not assume. Y'all, assuming things for people is literally the worst thing we can do. I mean, right? How many times in just in life have you assumed so and so's intentions or what so and so was thinking or whatever, and it caused like a big, like a big conflict or a big problem? It's no different. Like you're assuming they don't want the business or you're assuming they're not interested in the income. So ask the person. We don't decide. They get to decide, okay? So this is a great, these are from Amber Miller's. Yes, this is from her training on the cruise. Okay, VIP customer, I'm really excited for your products to come in. If they've already come in, like reword it, figure something else out. But so that I can serve you best, tell me, are you interested in the income side of Plexus as well if you enjoy these? Okay. If they've been loving their products already, then you could say, let's see, you could say something like, okay, I have it written down, but anyway, you're loving your products so much. Are you interested in the income side of Plexus? Right. Like you could say that. Send this message to your people if you haven't asked them yet. Okay. Um, Okay, that means they're going to go in, and if they say yes, okay, say, okay, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that kind of sounds interesting. Okay, like tell me more, right? Okay, then you're going to share, well, I started for da 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 and share like why are you here? What's your passion? What's your goal? What's your future? Don't worry like that you only made $35. Who cares? Right? Like where are you going with this? What's your energy? Bring the energy to the table. So, are you interested in the income side of Plexus? So, yeah. So, and then you share your heart and say, okay, well, tell me what's the draw for you? What interests you? What could be a blessing for you? Like, bring that out of them. Help them to formulate their struggles, right? Because that's what we are. We're professional problem solvers. We bridge the gap. This is what I love. We bridge the gap between someone's problem and the solution we offer. That's what we're doing, y'all. We're bridging that gap. Okay. And so Sally's like, she tells you her like what she would love to see happen. And then you could say something like, one thing most of my customers love to do is put up a post that they're starting something new and they'll keep their audience updated as they go. Would you like me to send you some ideas of what you could put up? You guys, like this is not rocket science, right? You've asked them if they're interested in the income side. Could I send you some, one of the things my customers love to do is put up a post, they're starting something new, and they'll keep their audience updated on how it goes. Would you like me to send some ideas of what you could put up? Okay. I mean, this is simple. And then you go and get a couple of first post ideas. Spoiler alert, there are a million of these. There's some in the Plexus Go app. There's so many of them. If you can't find any, just ask me, but there's a lot. Like type in first post in Dream Team. Go to the Plexus Go app. Type in first post. I think there's a search bar in the Plexus Go app. Okay. So this is where it gets really fun because then if they say, no, I'm not interested in the products. Okay. Because you're asking them about the income side of Plexus, right? So if they say, know what, I'm not interested right now, then you could say, okay, let's see. Oh, do I have this? Oh, please do I have this? Oh guys, I don't think I have it. This makes me sad. Okay, let me just double check. I hope I'm not making you sick. I go through these so fast. Okay, I don't have it on here. Okay. We're gonna talk about this in a second, but we're gonna use the +1 verbiage, okay? Um, so basically it's like we're gonna be talking about that this is a customer referral program. So, okay, you have a customer. Why did I not write this down? Oh, it makes me so mad. I don't know why. slide on camera. Oh, wait. Yes, I do have it. No, 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 no. Okay, I do have it. I do. Okay. This is it, and you can't see it because I don't know why. I don't have a good. Let me just read it to you then. It's on my phone. This is from the training as well that Amber did on the ship at Leaders Retreat. Okay, let me grab this verbiage because I want to read it to you because it's really good. It's just right here. Okay, I totally understand just using the products for now. We actually have a fabulous customer referral program because we didn't talk about this before. We talked about the income side. Okay. As a customer, you can send a cart to a friend or family member and they can use the products with you. That's what most customers do because the results are higher when you have an accountability partner, and most people have a friend or two that they think might really love them. As a perk, when they order, you get a product credit for your next order, or you can upgrade and choose cash. Do you want me to send you some info on how to make that cart for a friend? I don't know. It might be fun. Okay. So now you were telling them about the customer referral program. Okay. So you guys, like, this is something I haven't done and I'm excited to do. Like, basically all I've done is the income side. And so I haven't really transitioned into, okay, now we have a customer referral program. Okay. Does that make sense? I love this. I love this. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. New VIP customers, +1 system. And then we're going to be inviting them to these calls, you guys. And this is what I want to show you. That slide I just had pulled up a second ago. Okay. This is super cool. So Chris Pike put this on our in our diamond page the other day. Or it might have been the jewel page. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Weekly opportunity calls, our Monday night calls. 9% of all VIPs that enroll after attending an opportunity call upgrade to a brand ambassador. That's 2 times the average rate of any new VIP. Okay? So I'm telling you guys, like, Plexus worked close with top diamonds in order to get this system going, and it is going. Like, they were like, we're going to do this for a year. We're in month 3, and look, 2 times the average upgrade rate of any new VIP. So if you want to double, you want to get it going faster, get them to these calls, right? 9% upgrade. 40% of that group has achieved the rank of senior of silver or higher. Okay, so these calls are doing the trick. But a lot of times we want to stop at, we will only want to invite our cold market and our warm market to these calls, and we don't invite our current customers, and we should be inviting our current customers to these calls. Okay, they are building belief, you guys. They are educating people. Okay, they're casting vision, all the things that we need that we want to happen. So I want you to do that. Okay, all right, now go back to our we're going to go back to our bucket. What bucket are we in now? Let's go see. We are in our current customers. Okay, our loyal customers, our loyal ambassadors. We are going to be inviting them to events. We're going to be using the +1 system. And then basically the same thing as our new VIPs. Okay, and then our working team members. You guys, with our working team members, we are going to be helping them add new VIPs. Right? We're going to be using the +1 with them. Okay, we are going to jump on a Zoom or share this screenshot with them, with our business builders, especially our new ones that don't like, that are pretty new. We want to vision cast, you guys, with +1. Like, look at this, okay? Because so many times people think of what we do as more of like affiliate marketing, where it's like one and then there's like 100 little first lines and that's it, right? But when you can visualize, like, here's you at the top, and then here's you at the top, and then here's the customers, and then here's the people that are sharing, like, it's like, oh, wow, okay, like, yeah, I see how all these people are really just like loving their products. A few people are sharing with a friend or two. Some people are doing more, but wow, like all that just by me sharing with a few friends, and I'm going to get monthly residual income and the possibility to like double and triple and quadruple and infinity this. Okay, like that makes sense, right? We want to cast vision for where it is that we're going. Okay. So I want you to send this to your people if you haven't already, or jump on a call with them, especially your newbies that are sharing. So you're helping to do +1 with them. You are you're casting vision, okay? And then you are also building belief. Okay, and this is, let me go back to that screen. Building belief. All right, we're getting on chats, we're doing chats, we're getting on Zooms. Rising Diamonds will have a call tomorrow night. We're going to jump in there. Here, Amber and Lori. We're going to be sending diamond docs. I sent a diamond doc to someone recently. The lady was a hairdresser, and this lady was a hair anyway, so I sent a diamond doc over. We're going to put them in Facebook groups, podcast books. Like, we are building belief in our new in our loyal business builders. Okay, we're building belief. Okay, and here's one thing I just want to encourage you with is, you guys, as leaders, we have to lead ourselves first. And by leader, I mean, if you have one person on your team, you're a leader. Okay. So actually, you're a leader even if you don't have anybody. You're leading somewhere in some point, even if you don't have anybody in your team yet. You're a leader, right? We have to lead ourselves first. Okay. So by that, we have to take ownership of filling our belief. We do. We have to take ownership. Our belief tank. Are we listening to something every day? Are we moving our body? Because here's a like, when I am walking or doing, even if I'm like doing a workout program that I watch, like a video, even afterwards, I know that my brain is still like, woo, like I'm just more mentally capable once I am exercising. So are we reading books, right? Are we listening to podcasts? Brittany Howard, this is why I have her up here. You guys, if you're not listening to her podcast, you are missing out. She's amazing. It's called Lead Her Ship. I don't know why it's not. I don't know what I did. I guess I just cropped the picture out too much. But anyway, it's called Lead Her Ship. And this is her podcast, you guys. She's been going over like the Proverbs 31 woman. It's been incredible. So send your team quotes, inspirational quotes that you see, like with a little blurb. Like, if you have a team member, if you have one team member, two team members, it doesn't matter. Send them a voice message. Like, tell them why you think they're going to be awesome at this. Remind them of their why. Have them tell you, like, remind me of your vision, right? So build belief into people, but we have to own it first as leaders, you guys. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to do with our business builders is we're going to be vision casting and through community and connection. And then we are going to, maybe we're going to do, I don't know. May not have it. Anyway, then we're going to worry about skill development. Okay. Okay. That was all. I think that was all the slides that I had. Okay. So here's the thing with this +1, this is what I want you to know. You never know who your +1 or someone on your team will become or who it will lead to. Okay. So when Kristen Love, when we met, she's my sponsor. We were complete strangers. She had no idea that I would be her next diamond. I had no idea I would be her next diamond, right? I guess I don't know if I'm about her next one, but anyway, one of her diamonds, right? So here we are, complete strangers, but she +1 her own team, right? She +1 her own team. She worked her own business, gave me some samples, told me about Plexus, called me. I'm going to call you tomorrow at 2:00. I'm going to tell you all the different ways that you can join. She called me. Then I'm going to call you in 2 days after you've thought about it. And I'm going to figure out if you're going to be this was at the time, it was a preferred customer, or if you want to become a brand ambassador. It was a little different then, but whatever. She called me. And so then I joined, and she walked me through the back office. She got on a call with me and went over the products. And then she said, right away, she asked me if I was interested in the income. And I was. Didn't really start. I didn't have any vision for that. I just was like, sure, no money's better than, some money's better than no money that I'm currently making as a stay-at-home mom. So then she kind of was like, well, let's get you to silver. Okay. Okay. Well, do you have a mom or a sister or somebody? I was like, oh yeah, well, I have both, and talked to them. My sister was my very first ambassador that joined me. Okay. But my point is I was her, like, the +1 that she had there. So you never know. You never know who your +1 be or who they're going to have. So do not discredit the plus one. Okay. So I love like if we had I don't know if there's a visual on here. Yes. No. Anyway, there, okay, whatever. I'm gonna hush. Does anyone have questions or anything? Let me make sure I went over all these slides. Okay. Oh, this was some of the verbiage from the Plexus Go app as well. So you guys go in there and do that. But here's the thing. All right, so you're going to sit down and you're going to look at your buckets and you're going to figure out what you're going to do, but you're going to do the things, you guys. Like I'm helping some people get to silver right now. I'm helping some people um develop their first silver, like we're working in chats, right? I am still trying to finish out getting my people for the month. My goal is to get 6, right? So I'm still working on that. So do not discredit the time that you have left in this month. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. So, Julie, do you have something?
Yes, I have two questions.
Okay.
First question is what is the lie that you struggle with the most that you went
Ooh.
over at the beginning? What would you say is the lie that you personally struggle with the most?
Um,
And then my second question is who has been your most surprising plus one scenario on your team?
oh wow, that's a good whoa. Okay, lie. Okay, I actually had our I printed those out. Okay, just so you know, like because I can struggle with these. Okay, I think for me, I think the biggest lie, the lie would depend on the season. Okay. But currently, if I'm really honest, it would have to be I lost momentum and I don't know how to get it back. Because I feel like that's where I am currently, like in my own personal business. And so that is a lie that I struggle with. Like I've lost, and I look like, did you guys see Trisha Rager's sister?
Yes, that was amazing.
Like, what in the actual world is
Amazing.
happening? Yeah, it's so amazing. But it's easy to look at stuff like that. It's easy to look at teams that and people that are in personal momentum. So there's 3 kinds of momentum: company momentum, team momentum, and personal momentum, right? And so it's easy to look at people that are in personal and team momentum and be like, So I think for me, that's the biggest lie. So
Hmm.
I don't have to do this alone. God provides strength when you feel weak. That's what I have to remind myself. Like, I know that God still has me here. I know he wants me here. Like I know that and I just pray for like a renewed vision, a renewed fire and just like okay, what do you do to build momentum? I've actually got a couple of videos that I'm going to watch, like train myself again. I've watched them before, but it's like okay, let's go back. Let's remind myself, like, what do I need to hear? So,
That's super wise.
yeah. Okay, what was the other question?
Now, the other one you said is you never know who your plus one's going to be. So, in your team, it doesn't have to necessarily be your specific plus one, but maybe one of your leaders' plus ones. Like, what's been one of the most, like, I wasn't expecting that to go there?
Oh, wow. I don't really know, Julie.
You've
That
always been very good about having vision. I
that
feel
really
I feel like
that
I have a
one's
tendency to be more on the negative side of things. So, I mean, I can say, I don't know, I feel like both of my top two leaders were that way. That I
hmm
mean that they were my plus ones, but I didn't expect them to go as far as they have. But
yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I mean I really do believe people can do this, I think. And so I it's
see,
that was
that is what makes you a good leader. That is a gift. That is a gift. And that affected me in the beginning is because I believed you
yeah.
because you meant it. And
Yeah.
so I just want you to remember that you have that strength and that power over people. So
Me proud.
just a heads up. So because that's like a one of your gifts is that when people are successful, it doesn't surprise you because you believed in them from the beginning.
Well, this is interesting because we've talked about this at I think it was Jewel School when we went. that because of that, like the cheerleader part of me, because I really do, like I 100%, I'm like, good Lord, if I can do this, anybody can. Right. And so I'm like, but it's just, to me, it's like, I'm not a very disciplined person, but I am persistent. By golly, we're going to get this figured out. So, but because of that, I shared with you guys, I struggle because I don't feel like I'm like, what is that's not very much, you know? And so that's helpful that you're like, no, but it
It
actually is.
is.
It
It
is like a
is big
superpower.
time because very few people
I
believe
say
in
that humbly.
themselves. Very few people believe in themselves, and everybody
Yeah.
needs someone who genuinely believes in them.
Yeah.
People don't forget that.
Yeah. Well, but in that I can belittle myself and say, "Oh, well, you can't figure out strategy or you can't, like you're not this and this and this kind of leader." And so all those negativity thoughts come into play, and so you have to overcome a lot of that junk stuff like everybody else, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was good. Thank you. All right. Does anyone have anything to say? Print those lies versus God's truth out. And if I'm feeling yucky, I will read them to myself. And because it's true. It's true. I'm like, here, like, first of all, if you're a believer, I mean, even if you're not, Satan does not want you to succeed at this, because here, when you impact people's health, when you impact people's lives, like even I had someone tell me a few weeks ago, like the personal growth that I've had in this business is serving me now in this season of life more than ever over the last several years of personal growth with Plexus. Like she recognized that the personal growth was huge in her life. Not even in flex, like in her life, right? So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I lost my train of thought again because I get
That's
so
one of the
into
things that my husband says. My husband says, Julie working this business and being part of the trainings and being part of this company has transformed our family's mindset.
yes.
And he's like, because I've gone to these events with her and I've sat through this leadership training and it has leveled not just her up and opening up and vision casting for her long term. And this is the thing is that through this season of challenge, as we're trying to come, the economy is trying to rebound
Yeah.
and trying to come and everything that's happening, whoever you manage to sign up or you get to share is the kind of people that are usually going to endure. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you are signing people up and happy, happy, joy, joy time when there's lots of money, those
Yep.
people are more wishy-washy,
Yep. It's true.
kind of come and go. But to me, that is definitely true. Because there's seasons, and a lot of times in my early ranks, when there would be difficult or slow seasons, I would try to put this business in a box of, is it working? Is this something long term? But just like you said, this is going to be this June will be my 9 years for me. And to see the seasons that it has gone through and the ebbs and flows, I have not had one year that it did not impact me for the positive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and that's not just my health. Like people are like, Julie, how do you remember to drink your pink drink every day? Because I feel like garbage if I don't. Okay. That's how I manage my autoimmune disease. Okay. Like it rings my bell if I don't. But let's just set all that aside. Even when the paychecks were high or when the paychecks were low, there wasn't a time that this business did not personally impact me, whether it was through friendship, through training,
Right.
through vision casting, through all of those kinds of things. And a lot of times we put this business in a box of it being, oh, someone needs that extra $300 a month. Well, what if they need that bigger vision for their family?
Mm-hmm.
What if this is the tool that God uses to open their eyes, to get them to dream bigger,
Mm-hmm.
to help them, restore relationship or to teach them to be givers? Whatever the situation is, don't put this business in a box for
Mm-hmm.
anyone. And that to me is one of the reasons why, like sitting in the hospital ICU by my mother-in-law's bed, I mean, y'all, we almost lost her. I'm not gonna lie, it was very terrifying. watching them bring the defibrillator into the room, all those kinds of things. But then also getting a text message that I got a paycheck that'll cover my mortgage and my power and my water while I'm literally 10 days sitting beside a hospital bed. There's nothing like it out there, y'all, that'll do that. And so if you're still in the trenches, Jennifer's trenches are different than your trenches. My trenches are different than her trenches. Whatever that trench is, whether it's mindset, whether it's trying to grow your paycheck to try to meet a need, both, whatever, y'all, let me just explain. It is worth it on so many levels
Mhm.
beyond just what you're getting paid. The mental work, the emotional work, the character development, all of those things. It is worth sticking to it
Yep.
because of what it brings to you, what it brings to your family, what I've seen it, how it's seen it impact my kids,
Yep.
you know, all those kinds of things. Like it's been amazing. So don't put it in a box. You don't know what it can do for you for the future. You don't know what it can do for your customers or for those people that you haven't even gotten to that step yet.
Mhm.
I just had to share that part because I know
No,
they'll
that's
get
good.
MIA, but don't think that the fire is dim because it's not.
That's a huge though. People like the power of network marketing. If you need to build belief in network marketing, The Business of the 21st Century by Robert I always say Kiyosaki, but I don't know how you say his name. But that's it. Like build belief in network marketing because this business model is incredible. It's incredible. It's powerful. So what I was saying earlier though, the thought came back to me was when you were talking was um when people are feeling better, when the growth is happening, like Satan wants to attack that 100%. And you got to battle that, but you also got to battle your tendency. Okay, I'm not going to speak for y'all. I'm going to speak for myself. My tendency is to be lazy, to take the path of least resistance. Oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't want, oh, I'm not going to sacrifice. And I think of, oh, oh my goodness, I have mom guilt, like, right? I've struggled with mom guilt. And I started laughing today because I was like, okay, Jennifer, what are you usually doing? Well, if you're not at the ball field or on the basketball court, but if you're at home at 8:30 at night, what's usually happening? I'm like, well, usually baths are happening or showers are happening. And then usually some TV time is happening. And it's like, well, I don't even watch TV and I don't take baths with my kids and I don't have to bathe them anymore because they're grown. And so it's like, what do you actually really do? Like, why do you have mom guilt over showers and TV time? Like, stop it. Like, go in there and work your business for 30 minutes. Like, seriously, right? So it's so much like so many like little silly things that we allow to keep us in the yuck. And I'm just like, I'm done with it. Like I'm over
Yeah,
it.
my thing I've been telling myself is nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's gonna come save you. There's no leprechauns. There's no superheroes. Get in there and take care of your business. Like
It's
that's what
true.
I just keep on telling myself. Just like
Yeah,
you gotta pick yourself up and keep going. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You know,
right.
God gives
Yeah.
grace and God gives strength, but He also expects us to do our part.
I
So
know. It's like, laying in bed and like pray, oh Lord, please send me six customers, oh Lord. And then we never like we're not sharing, we're not working, we're not like I'm like, when does that even happen? Like what? You know?
yeah, Amber Miller's call to grade yourself. If y'all didn't watch that,
Woo.
if you need if you need a reality, if
Yeah.
you really want to know where you're at, just listen to that Amber Miller call and write down your numbers.
Yeah. Then you can call
And
then you
that'll
can message
that'll
me.
that'll open up your mind and
You
give
can
you a
message me
reality check.
afterwards for a pep talk because you're first
And then Jennifer will cheer you on and tell you how much you can do it after you've watched that call.
after you watch that call and get your beat down. You call me and I will give you a cheer up.
That's her. That was Amber Miller's version of a come to Jesus meeting, as
It
we call it
was.
in my house. Yes.
She's amazing. And it's been so fun because okay, so Amber is Kristen, my sponsor. Amber and Lori's mom, they are above. So they're like your upline, okay? If you're new here, like that's part of your family. So to see Amber's transformation over this time has been so incredible. She's one of the very top leaders in the company, and she is so humble. She is just so like I just love her. Yeah. So if you're not watching her trainings on Tuesday nights now and Rising Diamonds, you're missing out. And then I share them in Dream Team. I think I always put them in Dream.
Yeah,
I
I
try to.
she became worthy of an alarm. Her trainings became worthy of an alarm.
It's
I'm
true.
like, that's I need to set my alarm for those. I don't need to miss those.
And following her on social media, she on Instagram, she's Wild Style Family. And the way she does stories and incorporates, and the training I was listening to today, she said, what you need to do, write 3 reasons why you're here. What is the goal, the vision, the why? Talk about those 3 things on repeat in stories. Like paint, like, and then she said, talk about the promise, where you're going and what has occurred, but also talk about the path. And that if you'll notice her stories recently, she's talking about the path. We have calls, we have guides, we have resources, like we're helping each other, like how help people see how they can get the promise, right? The promise of, whatever that looks like. I don't know if that's making sense, but the more clear it is, the more clear the pathway is, the more equipped that the person behind the screen is be like, oh, they've got guides. Oh, they have weekly calls. Okay. Oh, they have a convention that to go to, or hey, if you haven't seen a Dream Team, there's going to be a Daring to Be Diamond Nashville meeting on April 12th. If you can get to Nashville, if you want to ride with me, ride with me. We're going. But if you want to meet us there, I think Bonita and Rob are going to meet us there. So it's like $5 to register, and it's a Saturday, April 12th. If you can do that, do that. But like, show that to people because it helps them to see, oh, I'm not just going to be like thrown in here into the pile of wolves, right? But there's a path to this. So anyway, Amber Stories, she's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to hush. I could talk all night. I love you guys so much. Okay, well, any last things? All right. Well, if you do, just give me a holler. Thank you guys for jumping on, and we'll see you next time. Oh, next week we're going to do a working Zoom because it's the 31st. So we're going to jump on and we're going to all crush our month. Okay? All right. See y'all next week. Bye.